One of the best ways to help your children when they are having high emotions is to actually talk about emotions beforehand. So it's great to talk about emotions while our children are in a good mood. And then that way they know what to do when they get into a situation where they are angry or they're sad. So I like to keep books on hand, of course. And one of my favorites is the What If Monster. And of course, he is cute and snuggly. And in the book, it talks about feelings. In this book, they talk about different feelings, being happy and sad, angry, shy. What if monsters learned like you? Now they know their feelings too. Now there are other kinds of feelings we can have too, right? We can be cautious, we can be steady, maybe scared, and sometimes grumpy. No matter what feeling our kids are having, we want them to know that we are here for them, and we want them to know what to do in each situation. So here's a fun book, Red, Red, Red. When this little boy gets upset, his mom reminds him to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then breathe. Whoo-wee. Great thing for us to teach our kids, breathing, right? And just relaxing. All right, we have 2 books that I definitely recommend about feelings. We've got What Are Feelings? And this book is a Lift the Flap book. And then I also recommend this one as well, All About Feelings. Even for older kids, we have lots of books that can help with emotions and how we're feeling. This one I love is Be Positive. The Unworry book, and the Unhurry book. So what can our kids do? What can even we do when we need to calm down? I definitely suggest our Magic Paint books. Of course, listening to music always brightens your mood. Another thing we can do, some yoga. This is a book I got, and never in my wildest imagination did I think my husband would love this book. If you knew him, you would understand what I mean. He is awesome with the kids. He is a great guy, but he's not really into yoga, you know? But in this book, Bear is traveling along and he meets different characters, and they show him how to do some yoga poses. And my husband loves reading this book with the kids and doing the yoga poses. Another book I recommend is I Breathe. This book also talks about some yoga poses, and it puts it in the perspective of animals as well. Pretend to be a bee, fluttery free. So don't forget to have some books around your house that talk about feelings, books that you can use throughout the day, and you can talk to your kids about emotions and what to do if they do experience those high emotions. And I guarantee you are going to have times in your house when you are going to see your kids maybe have one of those high emotions, and they're going to remember what you have been teaching them and what they have seen in their books, and they will probably take on one of those calming strategies. Now, it might not happen at first, but books that are in their lives daily are really going to help them get through those emotions.